Alright guys, welcome to my newest NHL mock draft. I'm going to be going through the first 15 picks after the actual draft lottery. I'm going to be deciding where I think each player will go. Make sure you like and subscribe. This did take me a while to put together and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, first overall I'm going to throw you guys a curveball and I'm going to have Chicago drafting Connor Bedard. With the first pick, Connor Bedard is probably the best forward since McDavid. He dominated the juniors, every single league. He's the best scoring touch, playmaking touch. He's the franchise player, and this hurts me internally as a Ducks fan. It also hurts me as a Canucks fan because I hate Chicago, but Chicago's getting a great player. I just am so concerned on who he's going to pass to. I don't know if he's going to be able to win the Calder if he has no one to pass to, right? So I do have Chicago selecting Connor Bedard. Second overall, I have my Anaheim Ducks selecting Adam Fantilli. He's a dynamic forward. He's from Canada. He's got a great shot, great vision, and he's able to create offense out of basically any play. I think he'll be a great fit for the Ducks. I mean, on that power play, you got Zillmer, you got Fantilli, Zegras, McTavish, and I think he would go number one in any other draft that doesn't have Connor Bedard. So I'm happy my Ducks are still getting a number one overall player, but still upset it's not Connor Bedard. But I think Adam Fantilli is a great player, and I could see the Ducks going either Smith, Carlsson, Fantilli, but I'm going to go with my gut here and say Adam Fantilli. All right, third overall, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets selecting Leo Carlsson. The Columbus Blue Jackets are in desperate need of a first-line forward. I thought Kent Johnson could be that, but I'm thinking Leo Carlsson on a line with, you got Laine, Gaudreau. That's such a great line. He's got great hands, great speed, great eyes, and he's going to be great for the Blue Jackets offense. I think he could be the most NHL ready right behind Connor Bedard. So that's why I think Anaheim could select Carlsson or Fantilli, because Carlsson does play in the SHL and he plays against, men, which is in a better league than what Fantilli plays in. So I think either Columbus is getting Carlsson or Fantilli. Either one of them is going to be great for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Fourth overall, I have the San Jose Sharks selecting Will Smith. He's a great forward for the United States. He was dominated in the junior leagues. He is such an upside with his scoring, such an upside with his passing, and he has the potential to be a top player in the NHL. I think they do need this. The Sharks need this in Eklund. I could also see the Sharks selecting Michkov. I think the Sharks are about 4 or 5 years away from competing, so Michkov might be the pick here, but Will Smith is going to be their number one center if they decide to select him. Fifth overall, the Montreal Canadiens are going to be selecting Michkov. Michkov has been drawn comparisons like Alexander Ovechkin. He's got a powerful shot. He's got excellent skating, the ability to create scoring chances, and he's going to be a game changer for Montreal if they get him. The only thing that's worrisome is the 2 years in the KHL. That could be beneficial for some players. I know is beneficial for Kaprizov, is beneficial for Kuzmenko. It could be very beneficial, but Montreal would be so lucky if they get him here at 5. It's going to make me happy because Montreal Canadiens are going to be shitting on the Leafs with Michkov. So I'm really happy that they'll be getting him at 5, and that's who I have them select. All right, 6th overall, I have the Arizona Coyotes selecting BC boy Zach Benson. He's a highly talented forward that can play center, left wing, right wing, and I have him a lot higher than most other people. He has some mock drafts have him escape in the top 10, but I don't see that at all. I think Arizona adding Benson with Cooley and Gunther, that top line there would be so dynamic and so scary, and that's why I have the Arizona Coyotes selecting Zach Benson 6th overall. 7th overall, I have the Philadelphia Flyers picking up Dalibor Dvorsky. He's got great playmaking abilities, great shot. He's got the whole thing. The only thing that's concerning about him, I would say, is his defensive game. But I think Philadelphia is getting a great player here that can play alongside of Cutter Gauthier, and that's why I have the Philadelphia Flyers selecting Dalibor Dvorsky. Eighth overall, we got the Washington Capitals selecting David Reinbacher, probably the best defenseman in this draft. I think at least the most NHL ready defenseman in this draft. You have, Rasmus Sandin on your defense core now, and now you're getting David Reinbacher. That top two is going to be so good. The only concern I have is Washington in a win now mode? Like, do they want to continue going, or are they going to go full rebuild? I think that differentiates what they're going to do with this pick. If they're going to trade it, if they're going to go for the most NHL ready player or the best player available. But I'm making them select the best player available, and that is David Weinbacher. Ninth overall, I'm going to have Stevie Y selecting Oliver Moore. He's not a European, so this is an off-brand pick, but I think this just makes too much sense. Everyone's given him a comparison to Dylan Larkin, and I think Oliver Moore is going to be great with that Detroit core. He's got a forward with great speed, great hands, and has ability to make plays all over the ice. So I think the Detroit Red Wings are picking up a great player here in Oliver Moore. He jumped really high up before. He was probably top 20 in a lot of mock drafts, but he has risen a lot from the U18s tournament. He had so many points with Gabe Perreault and Will Smith, and I think Detroit's getting a great player here. 10th overall, I have the St. Louis Blues selecting BC boy Andrew Cristall. He's got a great shot. He's a talented forward. He can do basically everything. I think it just differs on if St. Louis wants to go defense here or forward, but I think the forward's the right pick here. He's the best player available. He's a scoring winger, and he's gonna be great on a line with Thomas and Kyrou. That's gonna be a great first line. So that's who I have St. Louis picking at 10th overall. All right, the pick that we've all been waiting for. I have my Vancouver Canucks selecting defenseman Axel Sandin Pellikka out of Sweden. He's a highly talented defenseman. He made such a big name for himself in the juniors. He put up so many points. I think he put up 4 points against Canada. He's got great defensive skills, mobility, offense. He has such a great offensive upside. And I believe that top two with Quinn Hughes and Axel Sandin Pellikka is going to be unstoppable for years. I think this is a great pick up for Vancouver, but I could also see them go forward here. But they need to start drafting defensemen, and I think the second best defenseman out of this draft with probably the highest upside is the way to go. And that's what I think Patrick Allvin will do with the 11th overall selection. All right, 12th overall, Arizona with their second pick in the top 15. I had them selecting Eduard Sala. I think if there's a defenseman available, they will select the defenseman, but the top two defensemen are gone, so I have them selecting Eduard Sala. I think he just completes the top line. You got Gunther, you got Cooley, you got Sala. He's such a talented, high-scoring winger, and he basically carried that Czech team the whole entire U18s. He was the only one doing anything. So I think this just makes so much sense for Arizona. If they don't get relocated, that first line is going to be so awesome. It's going to give them something to actually cheer about. The only downside I would say he has is his defensive side, and I think that's why he's slipped a bit. In most mock drafts, people have him, before they had him guaranteed top 10. Now they have him, between 10 and 15. So that's where I think Eduard Sala will go. Just watch my YouTube video on Eduard Sala. You can see how gifted he is offensively, but I didn't really show the defensive weaknesses, and that's probably why he's slipping a lot, but make sure you go check out that video. 13th overall, the Buffalo Sabres are selecting. I personally don't think they're going to select here. I think they're going to trade the pick away for a right shot defenseman. I think they need defensemen. The last 3 drafts, they've selected forwards in the first round. But if they were to select, I think the best available player would be Ryan Leonard. He's a highly talented forward from the United States. He scored the winning goal in the gold medal game in the U18s. He's, puts up so many points. He plays with Will Smith. He plays with Oliver Moore. He plays with all of them. And I have him going to Buffalo if they do select here. Just watch my video on him. He's great offensively, great passing. He always finds his teammates in Will Smith and Oliver Moore, but I'm pretty sure they have like plus 99 chemistry. So Definitely check out that video, and this is who I have Buffalo selecting. 14th overall is Pittsburgh. I don't think there's any way they hold on to this pick. So I think there's going to be a trade with a team that's willing to give him an NHL ready forward. I don't know. I could see a JT Miller trade. I could see a Connor Garland, Brock Besser, Vancouver Wise trade, or any other teams could trade for this 14th overall pick. But I definitely think it's on the block. Whatever team selects here, I think the player to go to is Brandon Yager for sure. He's over a point per game in the WHL in his draft year. He's basically the only one on his team. You know, he's got a great shot. I think he's the third or fourth best scoring touch in here. And I think, honestly, he's an elite forward. And to get someone at 14, get a player that good, I think would be awesome for any lucky team that gets him. But I don't think there's any way Pittsburgh holds on to this pick, but I could be completely mistaken. It really depends on which DM they hire. So, yeah, 14th overall, I have Pittsburgh selecting Brayden Yager. All right. The last pick in the top 15, we have the Nashville Predators selecting Gabe Perreault. He is a dynamic forward. He's got a great scoring touch, great passing. He absolutely dominated in the U18s, and I think he put up the most points by in the US DHL or whatever. But he put up so many points. He had more points than Matthews, more points than Caulfield at his age, and this is an absolute steal in my mind at 15. I don't like Nashville getting this player, but that's the best player available. Nashville's going to be going in a rebuild. They have Joachim Kamel, but they don't really have a first-line center right now. So Gabe Perreault, Joachim Kamel, it's going to be a great dynamic duo. All they need next is their dynamic center. All right, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video of the top 15 NHL mock draft. Let me know if you disagree with any of the things I've said or the players I've picked. And please like and subscribe. I spent a lot of time on this video. Also remember, I will be giving away Pro Hockey Life gift cards when we reach 100 subscribers. So tell your friends, share the video, and like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.